So Americans, rich and poor, are packing their bags and leaving the United States of America. From the first 6 months of this year compared to the first 6 months of last year, Americans moving to other countries has increased by 90%. That's right, 90%. And so that's almost double where it was last year. And so, folks, people are seeing the craziness and the chaos and the instability and the violence, and they're just leaving. They're just leaving. Folks, let me know why you think this is happening in the comments, and I love you guys to give me a follow. Thank you.
Americans are leaving America, and it is not for vacation. It's for survival. A growing wave of Americans are packing up, terrified by Trump's dictatorship, Republican fascism, and Democrats' capitulation. Interracial couples, LGBT plus individuals, people of color, and intelligent people in general are seeing their rights replaced with restrictions. In Ireland, US passport applications hit their highest level in a decade, up 60% in just 2 months. France is seeing long term stay visas for Americans up 20%. Portugal, Spain, UK, relocation companies can barely keep up with demand. Traffic to Blacksit Global, which helps Black Americans relocate, surged 50% after the election. Some are leaving quietly, like a trans couple in Colorado, because Trump wrongly says there are only two genders. States are moving to ban gender care, so they're planning their exit. Google searches for how to leave the US spiked after the election, and real estate deals for Americans in Spain surged before the Golden Visa program was shut down. European culture is different than American culture, and many won't adjust. And of course, Europe has its issues: immigrations, taxes. Putin expected to take Moldova and then Romania with his eyes on the rest of Europe for the new Russian Empire. But a possibility of another European war is a safer bet than staying in a country that is already a fascist dictatorship.
A 102% spike in Americans leaving the US in the first quarter of 2025 alone. Are we surprised by these numbers? I'll tell you why people are leaving. Number one, healthcare costs, especially for retirees, the cost of living, the political climate, and people just want better opportunities. And some have said even the job market alone, and they feel like they have enough savings or they have a business where they feel like they can explore in other countries. I know this is not for everybody, but if you had the opportunity, would you do so? Now, here are the common places that people are going: Portugal, Spain, Panama, Italy, and Greece. A lot of these places, they do offer golden visas. That's mainly for retirees and people who actually have the funds, I'm gonna be honest. But even if you're not wealthy, you still have opportunities. I tell people, do the research. Don't just go to where everybody's going. The world is so big. You can find something that you like and you didn't even expect it. And there's a lot of other digital nomad visa countries out there that just opened up. There's even some coming at the end of 2025 as well. But guys, follow my YouTube channel, subscribe to it, because I speak about these things and I show people how to do this effectively and efficiently without having to flip everything upside down financially. But what do I know?
There has been a 90% increase in United States citizens leaving United States with no intention to ever return than in the previous year. So if you compare the data from January to June 2025 and you compare it to January to June 2024, there's a 90% increase in United States citizens leaving United States and saying, fuck this, because that shit is for the birds. And that's exactly what we did, because I couldn't take the madness anymore. My husband couldn't take the madness anymore. The kids were being affected. Like, it's fucking bananas over there. Anyways, so as you know, now we are in Mexico and we are experiencing some health challenges that we're going to deal with. And then we're going to figure out where we go next, because going back to United States is not in our plans, because this is not okay.
Americans are leaving this country in record numbers. And I'm not talking about vacation. I'm talking packing their bags, booking their flights, and leaving for good. In the first few months of 2025 alone, the amount of people that just said, I'm done, and moved abroad doubled from the year before. That's not just a blip, okay? That's a wave. So why? Same reasons you and I complain about every day. Cost of living going through the roof, political chaos that never seems to end, and the fear of safety even when you're just going to the grocery store. But here's the thing, it's not just dreamers or millionaires doing it. It's normal people. It's people with families. It's young people, old people, retirees, people who are working remote. One common thread holding all of these people together is they just want a dignified life. That's why you're seeing places like Greece, Spain, France, Portugal. Their cafes are filling up with Americans who are just done. People love to scream, if you don't like it, leave. Well, we are, thousands and thousands of us. We will be joining that wave soon. If you're curious about moving abroad, stick around, because we're about to embark on this journey ourselves, and we can't wait. At the end of the day, people like us just want to make life work. And if we think that we can do that better outside of this country, then who's to say we can't?
Crazy, but I think we are going to be leaving the United States for a few months. Let me explain. I had a friend reach out to me. I'm known for traveling. I really like traveling, being in new places, exploring new cultures. He had reached out to me. He already pretty much travels full time. Had put the idea in my head that we should go to South America for a few months. And I am impulsive anyways. So it looks like we are going to be going to Buenos Aires, Argentina. I just booked my flight, and as always, I know how to use points and miles. I know how to use credit card points. I got a $5,000 flight, business class, out there for 50,000 points, which is great. I just booked my apartment. So that is going to be $550 for like 39 nights, which is crazy because my rent here is, let's say, $1,000. Now, what I want to take into consideration, or why I even was thinking about this, I pretty much work online, remote. Now, the other piece of that is all of the additional expenses that we pay here in America. Car insurance, health insurance, all of that. It's a lot of additional expenses. So I'm leaving in like 4 weeks, mid-January for this. I will be going to Buenos Aires until April. I don't really have a plan on the way back. I'm gonna have to put stuff in a storage unit. I'm gonna have to try to figure out my address for my credit cards and everything and get shit squared away. So there's a lot of things that need to be done. But I just figured I would let you guys know because this is just another life update. Is that, yeah, we're going to Buenos Aires for 3 months. If you guys are out there and somehow you have any recommendations, let me know. But my opinion is it allows you to put your expenses down. It allows you to, if you work remote, to still make money and save more money. And it allows you to be in a new culture, gives you new energy. And I'm also going to be around my friend who creates content, who has been doing it for years, a really close friend of mine from when I grew up. And I think being around that type of energy, being able to create content with one another will not only, improve our own YouTube channels, but improve our own content, improve our own businesses, and drive more, money and revenue our way anyways. So should be fun. That's the update. Let me know your thoughts. Peace.
Well, we're looking at leaving. We're going to look at Canada and Portugal. Those are the two places we're looking. I can't even believe that I have to say this, but I am not going to sit and wait and hope that what we're seeing unfold doesn't actually happen. I'm not. I'm almost 60. What does that give me? Another 25, 30 years? I'm just keeping it real here. I don't want to live it like this. It's just not. No, I don't want to. And so do I want to leave my country? No. But my country kind of disappeared around 2015. And now it's unrecognizable to me. And so we're going to do a little research. We've got our go stuff packed, all our documentation. We are going to check out Canada first, probably come back here, go check out Portugal, come back here. Maybe Turkey. I'm not sure. It depends. Yeah, I mean, can you, it's like mind-boggling. It's mind-boggling. I just had a conversation with my cousin who, I love her. I'm probably closer to her than anyone in my entire family except my sister, who's closest to me in age. And she's a Republican. And she has no idea about what's going on. She's not MAGA, but she's part of the GOP, and like she doesn't know. I mentioned a few things to her, and she's like, I mean, it's just, and she is a brilliant woman, but she doesn't know. And it was funny because I started to feel, I was talking to her and I started to feel like I probably sound crazy to her. Like, I bet I sound like I'm making a bigger deal out of things than what they are. So I had to really explain in detail just a small, like, smudgeon of some of the things that are going on, specifically that would impact her personally. Yeah, I don't understand how people are unaware of what's happening, other than where they're getting their news from, if they're even getting news. I know there's a lot of people in the country right now that have just turned off their TV. They just turn off their TV. They don't want to know. That is very dangerous. That's incredibly dangerous, in my humble opinion. So, yeah, we're going to start looking. Crazy times. Crazy frickin' times we're living in.